So.
All right, we'll go ahead and get started. Again, for any of the attendees that have a question, simply raise your hand, hit that raise hand button, and I'll unmute you. You can ask it, or you can simply put it in the chat feature, and I will ask it. We are joined by the winning head coach today, IUPUI's Austin Parkinson, and our student athlete is Macy Williams, who during today's game became the all-time leading scorer in the history of IUPUI women's basketball.
Let's go.
As the Jaguars are, I guess you just found out, as the Jaguars are on to the championship game for a second year in a row. Coach, let's start with you, just kind of an opening statement on today's victory.
Yeah, incredibly proud of our kids. Anybody that's playing this time of the year, it's been a long year for everyone. Like the matchup. We played these guys last time where we were off for 10 days with COVID, and they were able to beat us twice. And I'll just say our kids were highly motivated to play today, and you saw that on the court.
Macy, I'll now go to you, and I'll ask about the individual first, then we'll get to kind of the team aspect of it. Knowing you are now the top scorer in the history of the program, what does that mean to you?
I just feel like for me, it means so much to me. I mean, I just think back to like all my teammates just like helping me and like helping me improve in my game and like all the, I guess like the hype and motivation I get from my teammates and my coaches. So pretty much I just feel like all my awards and all my like goals just are from my teammates.
Austin, your thoughts on Macy hitting that prestigious honor?
Well, obviously, in my opinion, she's the best player, to play at IUPUI. She's been incredible. All 4 years that she's been here, she's gotten better every single year. She's had to see different defenses, teams that double, teams that don't double, and her maturity as a player has been off the charts. And I also think she's an underrated passer. You double her, she kicks it out, and she's a selfless superstar. And I've always appreciated that about her.
All right, let's talk about the game. And obviously you touched on it. You had to play them coming right out of the COVID-19 break. And so you've had this kind of game circled on your calendar for a while. Clearly this was a much more lower scoring game than the last two times you played. Was that by design, coach, or did it just kind of happen that way?
Well, I mean, it kind of happened that way. Our offense, was a little stagnant at times, but credit their defense. I also felt like we wanted to eliminate fouling. We fouled a lot the first few times we played them. And then we wanted to guard the 3-point line. They were 3 for 25 from the line. And our kids just stayed focused on defense. Both games we played them before, we were up at halftime, but came out in the third quarter with not the sense of urgency that we needed. Today, we really tried to hone in on that and opened up a little bit of a lead there, and then we're able to hang on.
Macy, I know that defense has always been a kind of a staple of the program. You won a game in the conference tournament last year where you guys pitched a shutout for the entire quarter. So I know what you're capable of. Just your thoughts on what you and your teammates did defensively against Milwaukee today.
I just feel like it started in practice and just coming in every day at practice, ready to focus, and just like the coaches have such a good game plan for us. Just really executing that. And we can't take our defense for granted. So just like we help each other, or just really focusing on our one-on-one defense. So it's kind of just like playing as a team, just helping each other in that aspect.
Obviously, from their defensive standpoint, started the game in a man-to-man and then switched to the zone. Austin, your thoughts on how your team kind of adjusted to that as the game went along?
Yeah, I thought the kids did a good job. I mean, I thought Milwaukee's long. They got some hands on some basketballs. The other part about it is, coming into the last game, we hadn't played for 17 days. The last team we played man the entire game. These guys played man the first time we played them. We had practiced our zone stuff. I think once we settled in there late, we started getting the ball inside, getting the ball to the high post. Good things started to happen.
Wright State, the opponent tomorrow. Again, you did not have the opportunity to play them during the course of the regular season. Just your thoughts on the Raiders and squaring off with them tomorrow afternoon.
Well, I'm excited for our league. I think the right teams are in the championship game. I think you've got the outright champions from this year versus the defending champs from last year. They're incredibly talented. They've got really good guards. Angel Baker's one of the best guards in the country, not just the Horizon League, the country. And then, I want to give a lot of credit to Coach Merriweather. She was coach of the year this year. It wasn't even close. She has done such a great job during COVID circumstances of incorporating transfers, some really talented freshman guards. So, we know it's going to be a challenging game tomorrow, But I know both teams will be ready to compete and play hard.
Macy, obviously, once we get to tomorrow, 364 days ago, you lifted the trophy, and then 2 days later, didn't have the chance to kind of go any further. How much of a motivating factor of getting to play in the NCAA tournament? What has that been like daily for you and your teammates this year?
I feel like it's such a good motivation for us. I mean, it kind of feels like we didn't really win, and just because we didn't get to go on to the NCAA tournament. So it's kind of just like us knowing what we have to do to get there, and just like we take each day and just really focus on the day and not like the next game. So really just coming in tomorrow ready to go and just focus on Wright State.
I got one more question for Austin. Again, for our other attendees, I will simply say, if you've got a question, raise your hand and I'll make sure I get to you. While we do that, Austin, obviously we have one student that joins us during the course of the post-game show or the post-game press conference, but just your thoughts on what Rachel McLemore did for your team today.
Rachel's been awesome all year statistically. She always guards the best wing player. And then at the same time, has to attack on offense. She shot the ball well with confidence. I'm really proud of her because she's just taken her game to another level this year. And that, inside outside punch of both her and Macy, make it challenging for teams. And I thought she stepped up. She won the ball late when they were fouling and obviously knocked down her free throws.
Seeing no further questions, we'll let you guys go. Congratulations and best of luck tomorrow afternoon.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Great to see you, Rick.
Joined by head coach Kyle Recklitz and senior Brandy Bisping from Milwaukee. 19-7 regular season. Again, come up a little bit short today against IUPUI. Coach, let's start with you. Just your thoughts on kind of the way today's game unfolded for your team.
Yeah, well, I mean, going into the game, I think a big, thing that we talked to our team about was that the only true advantage that they had, on us kind of coming into the game was the fact that they had played on this court the year before and had won it. And so that, gives them a natural confidence, coming in. For us, you got to hit shots in big games like this. And when you have, the top two defensive teams in the conference going head to head, it's going to be a battle. And it sure was. I mean, we knew that as a coaching staff. We tried to, simulate that in practice this week a little bit. But I'm proud of our team. I couldn't be more proud, actually. I know we came up short today, but everything that we did, the tenacity that they played with, the energy, from top to bottom, from our number one player on the court to our last player on the bench. I mean, everybody gave everything they had.
Randy, just kind of your thoughts as to the way today's game went for you and your teammates.
Yeah, I mean, Coach Rex said it. It really came down to hitting shots. We just didn't shoot very well. IUPUI is a good team. They took away our inside game and forced us to shoot from the outside, and we didn't deliver today. But I'm confident in my team still. I would take any of those girls to a 3-point shooting contest. Let me tell you, I still believe in them a lot.
Kyle, again, 19-7 is awfully impressive. Just kind of, looking at the season, big picture as a whole, your thoughts on what your group accomplished this year.
Yeah, I mean, it's, it's crazy. This year was so crazy walking into it with the pandemic and all the social injustice that, we were facing, the election. I mean, there was so much going on in that September through November. We were just, kind of excited to get to some games because we knew we had something special. And it starts with our senior leadership. We have 5 seniors on the court who really bought in, not just to each other, but also to the coaching staff and the system that we were running. They know our culture. They were able to help guide our very large freshman class as well. We, as coaches, there are times we didn't even have to do the coaching because the seniors were kind of taking the lead on that. Brandy being probably the biggest one of those. I mean, she's just such an incredible leader for us. So I'm really proud, sitting here. I told the team in the locker room, this is the best season that we have had here at Milwaukee, in terms of our chemistry, in terms of leaving everything on the court. And we've had some great wins. And, I hope that, the tournament committees you know, be it the NCAA or the WNIT. I really hope that we get another chance to play together because, you know, when you've beaten Marquette, beaten IUPUI twice during the year, beaten Bradley, you would hope that we get another chance to play together as a team.
No doubt. Hopefully we're not talking about your season in the past tense, but talking about it in a continuing state. So hearing what Coach had to say, Brandy, just your thoughts on if you're part of the best team that Coach has had here, how does that make you feel? And kind of your thoughts on that statement.
Yeah, I mean, I have to agree with her. No offense to my past teammates, but this is my favorite team that I've played with in a long time. I feel so at home when I'm with them. I look around the gym and there's just chemistry. You just know that everybody is there for each other. There's none of that selfishness. There's none of that I need to get mine mentality. And we just all want the best for each other in basketball, in life. And I feel really lucky, really blessed to have come to Milwaukee and made this decision. Because I know I made the right decision coming here.
Brandy, obviously, again, the hope is you get to play a 27th game and hopefully a few more after that. But knowing that considering everything that's going on in the world, you got to play 26 games this year. What does that mean to you?
It means everything to me. I can't even believe it. Me and my roommate were just talking about it, Michaela. How did we do that? How did no teams have any COVID problems? And then we, like when they were playing us, and then we didn't have any when we were playing them. It was just crazy. We all came into this year saying, well, we could play 10 games, like we could play 15 games, we could play 8 games. You just never know. So I feel like we really had that mindset going into every game. Like this could be it. We could be sitting out for 2 weeks. And so we really dug in and did all the things that we needed to do to keep each other safe and really committed to that. And I think that says a lot, especially us being college students.
Kind of that was my next question I was going to ask for Coach. You ask your players to sacrifice a lot every year. You had to ask them to sacrifice so much more this year. What did that commitment mean to you as the head coach of a program?
Yeah, you know, I mean, it's just amazing to have, you know, a bunch of 18 to 22-year-olds at that, you know, I mean, who have to kind of put their life on hold for a period of, you know, 6-7 months, just to try to keep each other safe. It's an incredible feat that we did. You talk about winning a championship, that's kind of winning a championship within itself, to not get shut down one single time during the whole season as a team. So I'm really proud of them because, you know, they gave up time with friends, they gave up time with family. I'm thankful to our parents who respected that and who, you know, really kind of, you know, let us be in this bubble so that we could have this magical season. But like I said, it's not over yet. We're planning on playing some more games.
Coach, by no means am I asking you for a prediction for tomorrow's championship game, but just your thoughts of the two teams that will battle it out for the title tomorrow afternoon.
You got a really great defensive team against a very high level scoring offensive team. So it is going to be one to watch for sure. Both coaches are extremely strategic and great coaches, great friends of mine. I wish them both nothing but the best. I don't have a prediction because I think it's going to be a really awesome game. And all I know is I've told my team that I want them watching it. I want it to hurt a little bit. I want them to, you know, want to have that drive to be playing on that court come Tuesday next year instead of watching it from home.
I think that's a great note to end it on. Kyle and Brandy, again, I certainly hope your season continues. Congratulations on a great run to get to this point, and best of luck going forward.
Thank you
Thank you so much. Thanks for having us.